So, in addition to speaking of moving, we all know that WWE this week is going to be making its debut on the CW network. They're going to be coming live from Chicago with a debut episode featuring none other than CM Punk serving as the special guest referee between Ethan Page and Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. We also have a women's championship match set for Julia versus Roxanne with Stephanie Vaquer waiting in the wings with that cliffhanger from this past episode of WWE NXT this past week. But another thing that has been reported is that for the first two episodes of WWE NXT, the one taking place in Chicago, the other one taking place in St. Louis, is that both debut episodes are set for a TV 14 rating. So I want to know, do you believe that this is going to be permanent? Do you believe that it signifies a shift in direction as far as where NXT is going? I want to know how you feel about this NXT getting this TV 14 rating upon their move to the CW network.
Just a little bit more cursing, but for the most part, they don't. They kind of like PG to PG-13. They don't do a lot of wild stuff like that. Like the promos are
Yeah.
pretty like not even High School Musical. They pretty much like that's so Raven, so to speak. When the women talking, the acting wise as well. I don't see them doing nothing like really crazy. I think they did that TV 14 because Sexy Red gonna be there, boy. You might want to make that TVMA because she been wilding lately, especially after she left to now. There's no telling what she gonna do.
Mm-hmm. I actually agree. I think she's going to be on the St. Louis episode too. Not just
Yeah,
speak about that.
yeah. The Chicago one, I don't
But
know what to expect. Maybe I don't know. Dirk might show up. I can't think of no. Well, Lil Reese might show up. That's about it.
I think the whole TV 14 thing, I don't think it's a matter of a permanent shift in direction. I just think that it allows the program a lot more flexibility. Like, for starters, you're going to be in Chicago, which is a very, very hot wrestling crowd. Them chants are going to go crazy. And you don't want to put yourself in a position where moving to a new network where you have to do a lot of censorship and a lot of FSEP, a lot of federal regulation stuff. So I feel like that TV 14 rating allows them to do a little bit more. Plus, if you're in Chicago and you have CM Punk, God knows what he's going to do. Obviously, they're still going to be building to that feud as far as him and Drew McIntyre for Bad Blood. Since they are on the Raw roster, technically, if they do something on Tuesday, that would be like their last probable interaction before they hit Bad Blood in Atlanta. So, considering that it's a Hell in a Cell match, I can assume that there may be an encounter where there may be something very, very violent happening. In which case, this actually makes sense that they would actually have this type of rating. Um, so that there's that. But I feel like this is just a matter of just giving the program more flexibility, so that if they were to say a certain word or if they were to say a certain thing, they wouldn't get fined or whatever the case may be. Now, like you said, when they hit St. Louis and Sexy Red is there, like they had that PG rating when she made her first appearance on NXT, and she was twerking in the middle of the ring, busting her little split,
Right.
twerking.
Cussing.
That's not a that cut all that. That's not a PG thing to do. So I feel like setting this TV 14 rating is going to allow them to be able to do the things that they want to do and not get in trouble as far as their the audience. Do you have any early predictions as far as like how good these shows are going to be outside of the Sexy Red stuff? Do you think these are going to be good shows?
I think so. Um, on and off the past couple of weeks, they've been pretty good. Pardon me. I haven't been able.
You good?
I haven't been able to watch a lot. Y'all gotta excuse me again. Like I told Jay, it's been a weekend, brother. So nah, but the past couple episodes on and off has been pretty good. Um, right now, with the TV deal, I expect them to do the same thing they've been doing. I think people got to remember again, NXT, yes, it's on TV. Yes, they got a new deal, but it's still development. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Still development for the talent. They just on a big channel. So this week they showing out the young OG as he calls himself going against Randy Orton. The kid getting the rub paws like he should really be kind of sent to that. to be under 20, I think under 25 years old, and you having a match with one of the greatest of all time, yeah, you should really consider that. Otherwise, than that, people are making speculations that somebody might debut. I think right
Hmm.
now it's kind of quiet for that, but I mean, Ethan Page was kind of out of nowhere. People still talking about Ricky Starks. I think eventually he gets there, and when he does get to NXT, he shouldn't be there, but for a cup of coffee, he shouldn't be there no more than a couple months, just because the dude's ready for TV. If he does go to NXT and does sign, uh, so I expect it's a pretty good show, especially this week with the TV deal. You got to show up.
I agree. They do need to make an impact as far as their first week on the network, and I think that they will. Um, I agree. I think if there were to be a debut of any sorts, I can see the Motor City Machine Guns, who have been rumored to have
Yeah,
signed with WWE. I can definitely see them making an impact, considering that the tag team division is wide open. Um, they actually have some good depth, but I feel like adding Motor City.
Thank you guys so much for watching the Culture 316 podcast. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you guys can stay up to date with all upcoming videos and events pertaining to Culture 316.